Welcome to our channel. If you're thinking about booking a relaxing vacation within the contiguous United States, you might want to hold off on booking that trip to beautiful Branson, Missouri, or perhaps that delightful getaway to scenic Scranton, Pennsylvania. Today, we're diving into a topic that's about as fun as a prostate exam on your birthday. 10 US states that are, to put it mildly, facing some serious headwinds. We're talking about states where the American dream is being forced to file for bankruptcy. States where the economy is tanking faster than a pigeon trying to fly through a hurricane. So buckle up, dear viewers, as we take a long, hard, and unflinching look at the 10 states currently staring down the abyss of decline. You might want to grab a stiff drink and a stress ball for this one. First up, we have the Prairie State, the home of deep dish pizza, political corruption so notorious it could make a Chicago mob boss blush, and, sadly, a whole lot of economic woes. Illinois has been hemorrhaging residents faster than a water balloon in a mosh pit. But Illinois isn't just experiencing a trickle of departures, it's facing a full-blown exodus. We're talking about a population decline so steep it makes a roller coaster look like a leisurely stroll in the park. Think crippling pension debt, sky-high taxes, and a political climate so toxic it could melt lead. It's gotten so bad that even the state's most famous export, deep dish pizza, is starting to look a little thin on the ground. The bottom line is this: Illinois is facing a perfect storm of economic and political challenges. Unless some drastic changes are made, it's only a matter of time before the state goes the way of the dodo. Next, we head west to the Golden State, the land of Hollywood dreams, Silicon Valley innovation, and, unfortunately, a whole lot of people's nightmares. California's cost of living is so high, it would make a giraffe consider living in a basement. We're talking about a place where a one-bedroom apartment costs more than a kidney. California is also grappling with an increase in crime that would make Batman consider early retirement. Add to that a mass exodus of businesses and residents fleeing the state like rats from a sinking ship. The Golden State is facing some serious challenges and could be heading for a fall from grace. From the sunny shores of California, we travel to the rugged hills of West Virginia, known for its stunning beauty and friendly people. The opioid epidemic has ravaged communities. The coal industry is in decline, leaving many struggling. West Virginia ranks low in health outcomes, and its education system faces challenges. But I'm here to shine a light on these issues, because the people of West Virginia deserve better. Hold on to your beignets, folks, because we're heading down south to Louisiana, the land of jazz, gumbo, and unfortunately, a whole mess of environmental problems that would make even a gator think twice about taking a dip in the bayou. Louisiana has always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with Mother Nature. The state's unique geography makes Louisiana incredibly vulnerable to the effects of climate change, especially rising sea levels and increasingly powerful hurricanes. Climate change isn't some abstract concept in Louisiana. It's a clear and present danger that's already wreaking havoc on the state. We're talking about coastal erosion that's eating away at the state's coastline faster than a pack of termites at a picnic table. Louisiana's economy, heavily reliant on the oil and gas industry, is facing an uncertain future as the world transitions to cleaner sources of energy. The state's infrastructure, much of which is already crumbling, is struggling to keep up with the demands of a changing climate. The people of Louisiana are resilient, resourceful, and passionate about their home. They need the support of the federal government, the ingenuity of the private sector, and the attention of the rest of the country. Climate change is real, it's here, and it's time we started taking it seriously. All right, folks, grab your overpriced $18 bodega coffees and your I3NY t-shirts because we're heading to the Big Apple, the city that never sleeps, unless it's buried under 3 feet of snow because the sanitation department's budget got slashed again. New York City, and by extension, New York State, has always been a place of contradictions. It's a global center of finance, culture, and innovation, but it's also a city grappling with deep-seated inequality, crumbling infrastructure, and a political system that seems to be permanently stuck in second gear. And let's not forget about the political circus that is Albany, where lawmakers seem more interested in scoring points against each other than actually governing. The city's sky-high cost of living is making it increasingly difficult for ordinary New Yorkers to afford to live there. We're talking about a city where teachers, firefighters, and nurses are forced to live in distant boroughs and commute for hours just to make ends meet. As more and more middle-class residents are priced out of the city, New York risks becoming a playground for the ultra-wealthy. But hey, at least they have Broadway, right? Although with ticket prices these days, you might need to take out a second mortgage just to see a show. Hold on to your noses, everyone, because we're taking a trip down the turnpike to New Jersey, the state that's often overshadowed by its more glamorous neighbor, New York City, but which has its own unique set of problems that would make even Tony Soprano consider flipping on his crew. New Jersey has always had a bit of an image problem. It's the butt of countless jokes, often portrayed as a land of industrial wastelands, traffic jams, and, of course, those infamous Jersey Shore stereotypes. But beneath the surface, New Jersey is a state facing some serious challenges that go far beyond its reputation for bad hair and worse accents. New Jersey's infrastructure is about as outdated as a flip phone in a TikTok world. We're talking about crumbling bridges, pothole-ridden roads, and a public transportation system that would make a pack mule consider a career change. And if you thought New York's cost of living was bad, wait till you see New Jersey's property taxes. Year after year, New Jersey faces massive budget shortfalls, forcing lawmakers to make painful cuts to essential services like education, healthcare, and infrastructure. From Superfund sites to rising sea levels, New Jersey is on the front lines of the climate crisis. Get ready for a dose of Southern reality, folks, because we're heading down to Mississippi, the state that's often referred to as the heart of Dixie. Sadly, poverty, inequality, and a legacy of racial injustice cast a long shadow. Mississippi has a rich and complex history, one that's both beautiful and painful. It's the birthplace of blues music, with a vibrant culture and warm Southern hospitality. But it's also scarred by its past, where the legacy of slavery and segregation shapes lives. Mississippi ranks low in social and economic well-being. Despite challenges, the people are resilient and resourceful. Progress is being made, but there's still a long way to go. Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because we're heading to Nevada, the state of sin, gambling, and desert. Beneath the glitz, Nevada faces serious challenges. It's a state of booms and busts. The economy, reliant on tourism and gambling, is unstable. The 2008 housing collapse hit Nevada hard. High unemployment and low-wage jobs plague the state. A growing water crisis threatens the landscape. Gambling revenue is a double-edged sword. It funds services, but fuels addiction and inequality. Buckle up, Ohio, because we're about to take a hard look in the mirror at the Buckeye State, a place that was once a symbol of American industrial might, but which is now struggling to find its footing in a rapidly changing economy. Ohio, once a manufacturing powerhouse, has seen its industrial base erode over the past few decades, as globalization and automation have taken their toll. We're talking about a state where factory closures have become as commonplace as cornfields, leaving behind a trail of unemployed workers and struggling communities. The state's education system, once the envy of the Midwest, has fallen behind, failing to adequately prepare students for the jobs of the 21st century. Ohio has been hit particularly hard by the opioid epidemic, with overdose deaths skyrocketing and families torn apart by addiction. As jobs disappear and communities crumble, many Ohioans are left wondering if the American dream is still within reach. But here's the thing about Ohio. It's a state with a strong work ethic, a deep sense of community, and a history of resilience. The people of Ohio will find a way to adapt and overcome the challenges they face. Bundle up, folks, because we're heading north to Alaska, the last frontier, a land of rugged beauty, abundant natural resources, and, unfortunately, some pretty daunting challenges that would make even a polar bear consider moving south. Alaska, the largest state in the Union, is often seen as a place of pristine wilderness, abundant wildlife, and a rugged individualism that harkens back to the days of the pioneers. But beneath the surface, Alaska is facing some serious problems that threaten its long-term viability. Climate change is hitting Alaska harder and faster than almost anywhere else on Earth. We're talking about rising sea levels that are swallowing coastal villages, thawing permafrost that's wreaking havoc on infrastructure, and more frequent and intense wildfires that are scorching vast swaths of forest. Alaska's economy, heavily reliant on oil and gas extraction, is facing an uncertain future as the world transitions to cleaner sources of energy. The state's budget, which has long been buoyed by oil revenues, is facing a potential fiscal cliff as those revenues decline. As more and more Alaskans leave the state in search of better opportunities, it raises questions about the long-term sustainability of this unique and beautiful place. So there you have it, folks. 10 U.S. states grappling with some serious challenges. From economic decline and population loss to crime, infrastructure problems, and climate change. These states are facing an uncertain future. But it's not all doom and gloom. These states are full of resilient people, innovative businesses, and dedicated public servants who are working hard to turn things around. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Let us know in the comments which state you think is facing the biggest challenges. See you next time.